Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you, Sean?
Good, good. Hey, I hope you got a few minutes. I wanted to bug you with a question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
So I've seen a lot of AWS announcements around Iceberg integrations, but there's so many products. I kind of lost track of what's going on. I was wondering if you could maybe summarize some of the highlights of what's going on between AWS and Iceberg, especially what was launched this past year.
Oh, yeah, of course. To be honest, this has been a very amazing journey for myself and also the whole analytics service organization to see open source products spread like a wildfire
Yeah.
over the past 2 years. So definitely want to introduce all the features to you. So over the last 2 years, I think we started with Athena contributing to Apache Iceberg in the late 2020. And we
Mm.
started doing some of the private previews with different customers in the whole year of 2021. And we announced a preview of what we call the ASIC transaction in Athena in the re:Invent in 2021.
Mm.
So, and in the next year, which is 2022, we announced the GA of that feature. And at the same time, we also announced the support in Elastic MapReduce EMR for Iceberg on Spark. So that really
Okay.
marked the beginning of the journey for Apache Iceberg. And
Wow.
so after that, we also added the support in GlueETL. So GlueETL has this concept of connectors. So we added a connector for Iceberg, and people continue to maintain that and upgrade the versions. So then a few months passes, we start to go into the re:Invent season, and that is when we launched a whole series of products. So first of all, on the Athena side, the GA I mentioned before included feature for just reading Iceberg table, writing Iceberg table, and do row-level updates and deletes using the Iceberg format v2, and also optimization, which is compaction feature on Iceberg tables. And
Mm.
in re:Invent, we basically completed the feature set and added merge into feature. So you can basically write and update and delete a table at the same time. And
Mm.
also the vacuum feature to expire snapshots and make people compliant to policies like GDPR and privacy policies.
Mm.
That basically makes Athena a full managed data warehouse-ish product
Yeah.
for Apache Iceberg. On top of that, we actually worked with the AWS Lake Formation team, which is our security data lake product, to offer a very cool feature called fine-grained access control. So with that feature, you are able to define column-level security requirements and
Mm.
also row-level security requirements as data filters on top of an Iceberg table, and also be able to query that in Athena.
Mm.
The EMR front, we also launched a bunch of features, mostly integrations with different engines because we know Iceberg works well with so many engines. So in addition to Spark, we launched feature in Flink, also in the Presto and Trino engine in EMR, and also in
Wow.
Apache Hive. So you can use Hive SQL to query Iceberg tables. Um,
That's
uh,
cool.
yeah. In addition to that, in the Glue ETL front, we launched what we call the native data lake format table support. So instead of you having to load a Glue connector for Iceberg tables, you just click a checkbox for Iceberg, then your Glue job is able to use all the Iceberg libraries you want.
Oh, wow. I think I might have missed that one. That's awesome.
So, in addition to that, actually, we have some features that is integrated into analytics services that are more closer to the customers. For example, SageMaker, which is our AI product, machine learning product,
Yeah.
they offered a new feature called Feature Store on top of Iceberg. Feature Store is this storage layer in SageMaker that is storing their machine learning features for customers. And
Mm.
traditionally has been using the Hive table format and the Parquet file format. And now they are also going towards Iceberg and offer that as a out-of-box option. On the other side, recently AWS has been developing different very customized solutions for different industries for data lake solutions. For example, Amazon Health Lake, which is a data lake solution for health vendors. They also offered Apache Iceberg as a format for their storage.
Hmm.
So it's essentially like a managed Iceberg store where healthcare vendors is able to write data into the store and read that as an Iceberg table.
Hmm. Wow. And that's all?
Uh, I guess I can also talk about what's going to come since I think I talked about Glue, I talked about Athena, talked about EMR. I guess the only one out of the picture is Redshift. I think
Yeah.
so in the 2022, we basically added some features in open source so that people can read Iceberg table as a symlink table. But the native support for Iceberg is still work in progress. I think you are able to expect some kind of announcement very soon for Redshift support. Uh,
Nice.
Another big news that came out of the reInvent 2022 was as a part of the Swami keynote was the Athena support for Apache Spark.
Hmm.
So when we announced the feature, it is a very young product, so we didn't put all the features we want to that. But in the end, both Athena Spark and Glue ETL Spark and the EMR Spark are using what we call AWS Spark. So they are all using the same Spark version. So they will eventually have the same features. So you should be able to expect some features announced related to Iceberg also in that product.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Jack. And if you don't mind, I might hit you up a few more times in the future for some other questions about what's going on there because I've heard some rumblings. I don't want to mention it until it's out there. So, yeah, if you don't mind, I'll hit you again.
Sure.